Hey lovelies, Dave Desai, welcome back to my channel. Today I have some interesting topics that have been online. Conversations of a recent appearance that Jimin made in Jeju is being talked about. Also him on Instagram recently and people freaking out that we are finally hearing from him. So hater or not, make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on. Rabbit dumpling, tea spilling mug merch, and let's get into it. So if you're unaware, and it's very much likely that you could be because the other members of BTS have been so active, and if you're anything like me, where yeah, if you insist I have one, my bias is Jimin, but really I love them all equally. The other members have been so active on Instagram that I haven't really gotten a chance to even think that there's a member that hasn't been posting, and we hadn't seen Jimin post at all. His most recent post had been photos of him in Jeju next to Snoopy and Charlie Brown, and then one of him pointing to this man on a poster. I am not familiar with him, I'm so sorry. And then lastly posting this month, but like on the 7th. So it's been a few weeks since we have last heard or seen anything from him. And Instagram was definitely supposed to be a way of seeing what our boys are up to on their break, and so we were all wondering what Jimin has been up to on his break. Perhaps he's just not used to posting much. This could be because when he was posting on Weverse, he didn't have to post much at all because the other members would take over and fill up the feed for him. But we start to notice how little he posts when his feed is all him and he isn't posting. But that's fine. This is his break, and I want to remind people that posting on social media can be stressful, especially since every time they post, there's a storm online and could possibly be controversial. It's actually extremely brave for them to post at all. When sites like Koreaboo or All K-pop will cover every post they make and Twitter is trending over everything, it can be very easy to just hide. This lack of Jimin posting was such a big deal that I believe Where's Jimin started trending one day, and I could have swore I saw it one day. If I can find the trend, I'll put it up. But take that with a grain of salt. But something that for sure did happen that caused the internet to die was happening over on Suga's IG. Suga a few days ago posted this photo where he was overlooking what I believe to be the Grand Canyon, and he was standing there snapping a pic and then even did a hilarious dad squat to make sure that the pic was great. Honestly, something that large like the Grand Canyon, I don't think a squat would change the perspective much. But anyway, we noticed that Jimin actually hit the like button on the post, and it became a bit of a meme because people were celebrating that Jimin was active enough to like the post. And people also make jokes that Jimin just logged on to Instagram and pressed like on Suga's post and then logged off. Other people were freaking out over this Yumin moment. Yumin is Yoongi and Jimin shipped together, and a lot of people think these two are really cute together because Jimin hasn't been active at all, and the reason he was active after almost a month is because of Suga. I think Jimin has been on the platform. I think he hasn't been liking any posts, like just on lurker mode. I do that a lot. I don't always post on every platform, but I am definitely someone who probably is on every platform. I'll just spend like hours revolving around 5 or 6 different apps, and I'll just read what's on the feed and not actually even interact. The most I'll do is if I like something is just save it for later to look at, and unless you're addressing me directly or tagging me, I won't usually comment even if I'm following you and I see you, which I think could be the case with Jimin. A good way to test this is post on Instagram story and tag him and see if he watches it. But either way, I'm glad to hear that while he is inactive or believed to be inactive on Instagram, he is still active out there in the world, which is definitely important. He definitely isn't the type to be stuck indoors all day and probably would prefer to hang out with friends. I don't believe he is hanging out or hung out with the members. I think he was hanging out with some other musicians and maybe even old friends and just enjoying being with them, as their break is probably going to end mid-February, I would assume. It was believed Jimin spent a long time, possibly even a month, on Jeju Island. This is one of the main islands in South Korea, and it's one of the most popular tourist areas, mostly because of the wet markets there and amazingly fresh tasting seafood that is there. So I see why Jimin was hanging there. Recently, it was posted from a restaurant, I believe called Moonso 1942, a delicious looking seafood restaurant. It's not on their Instagram feed, which makes me think it was a story, but there was a photo that was definitely floating around and people were saying it's from IG. The photo was a piece of paper with Jimin's signature, and apparently the shop wrote that Jimin was in Jeju in December or so and planned on staying in Jeju a few days after the restaurant visit. So the person who got the signature decided to wait until a little while had passed before posting so that people who live in Jeju didn't go and flock the island and do a manhunt for Jimin or harass the store to give more information about Jimin. I think it's very considerate to do this. Apparently the employees of the restaurant had some comments that they shared. I believe this might have been shared on Korean social media and then it was translated in English, but since it originated in Korean and possibly not on American social media, I have no way of validating if it's real or not. Just keep that in mind. But it's all good things. Apparently the staff were already all big fans of BTS and Jimin, and when they noticed how kind he was and how he was so considerate to the the waitstaff, they all became even bigger supporters. And this is how you achieve mega fans. Because now that you've met the idol and they're everything you imagined, you will defend them to death when anyone makes fun of them because, you know, they're actually kind and it's not fake. This became wildly talked about, and Jimin got so much praise for being kind. While Jimin deserves that, our standard shouldn't be that. Expect people to be kind. What Jimin did was be a human being. He always deserves praise, first of all, but not for being kind. It's almost then makes the standard that if you're a celebrity, you're allowed to be rude, and like being rude becomes normal, and then if you're kind, that's extra. Anyway, people were definitely wondering who he was with, because if you look at some of the photos he posted at Jeju with Snoopy and all that, someone was taking the pictures, right? And maybe he was with someone at the restaurant. The internet definitely had some guesses, to say the least. First off, the timeline of exactly when Jimin was there is up in the air, and the duration is up in the air. I think it was a month, it could have been a week. But apparently believe that Cha Yoon-woo from the boy group Astro was in Jeju at that time. And some people think that Jimin was dating him, and there was a possibility Jimin and Yoon-woo were at the restaurant together. And then apparently some even go as far as to say that they were in fact there at the same time, and some people quoting sources said it. So those quote-unquote sources can either be the restaurant employee saying it anonymously, which I doubt it since they like Jimin so much. I don't think they would try to start anything. Or the fact that the people believe to have maybe seen Yoon-woo and Jimin walking together on the island. I don't know what these sources could possibly be. Sometimes I'll notice some fans will just make a bold statement and then are just unable to back it up. I have no issues if Jimin and Yoon-woo were actually together on the island, but there's no evidence of that, or that the two even really are friends or have met. I don't think so. Then it was seen later that Wonho from Monsta X posted a vlog of himself in Jeju, and it was, oh my god, Jimin is dating him. Now, I do believe Monsta X and Jimin know each other personally, but I believe they're just friends. Now, this might be a bit confusing, but while I don't think Jimin is dating any of them, I'd have nothing against them possibly dating or who he dates. So I would never go out of my way to block or attack someone for suggesting this possibility. I think if it's true, it'd be great, but then to say that there's no possibility of him liking men or whatever, it is because you feel uncomfortable over this idea that he could be. That is not okay, because BTS have very openly supported gay people, from the moments they held the flag on stage to other moments where they added a gay character in their own fanfic. They have nothing against this idea, and they would definitely be sad to know that the fans would love them less if they were gay. It would make them scared to come out if they were, and I just imagine them staying in the closet forever even if they wanted to come out. Fortunately, us true armies are not going to unstand because of something as irrelevant as sexuality. Them being whatever they identify as, if they are, is up to them, and it doesn't change how the music sounds. It's not like I'm listening to this and then the possibility of them being gay actually ruins the melody or beat for me. And if it does for you, you need to work on that. Let me know what you think, and if you want to see more K-pop reaction videos, go to my Patreon, link below. I can't post them here due to copyright, but you can get all sorts of reaction videos and requests over there. It's a great way to support the channel even more if you would like to. Thank you so much for this lovely comment right here. I love you so much. There'll be some videos that will pop up on screen, and I will see you over there. Bye.